The wind howled. Rain lashed against the windows of the old Jeep. Inside, four friends, Ethan, Jack, Ryan, and Chris, were on a mission. Their destination, Ravenwood Manor. A place whispered about in hushed tones. A place shrouded in darkness and mystery.
Lightning illuminated the decaying facade of the manor. It stood on a hill overlooking the town, a silhouette against the stormy sky, a monument to forgotten sins.
The friends had dared each other to explore it, a test of courage on this tempestuous night. Ethan gripped the steering wheel. He felt a knot of unease in his stomach. He'd heard the stories, tales of restless spirits and unexplained phenomena. But he couldn't back down now, not in front of his friends, not after all the bravado.
They parked at the foot of the hill. The rain intensified. The wind seemed to whisper secrets. Secrets of Ravenwood. Secrets they were about to uncover.
With a mix of excitement and trepidation, they stepped out into the storm. The manor awaited them, its dark secrets beckoning. The heavy oak door creaked open. They stepped inside. The air was cold and stale. The scent of decay hung heavy in the air. Dust motes danced in the faint moonlight filtering through the grimy windows. The manor felt alive, breathing around them.
As they moved deeper into the house, they heard whispers, faint, ethereal voices, speaking in a language they couldn't understand, coming from the shadows, from the empty rooms. They couldn't pinpoint the source. The whispers seemed to surround them.
The temperature dropped suddenly. A chill ran down their spines. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. They felt a presence, something unseen watching them, observing their every move. They huddled closer together, seeking comfort in each other's presence. A gust of wind slammed a door shut somewhere in the depths of the house. The sound echoed through the empty halls, amplified by the silence. They jumped, their hearts pounding in their chests. The whispers seemed to laugh at their fear, mocking them. They knew they weren't alone. The next morning, the storm had passed. The sun shone brightly, but the memory of Ravenwood still lingered, a dark cloud hanging over them. They decided to visit an old astrologer, a man known for his cryptic pronouncements, seeking answers, seeking reassurance.
The astrologer studied their faces. His eyes were ancient and wise. He spoke in a low, gravelly voice. He told them Ravenwood was a place of darkness, a place of trapped souls. He warned them to stay away, to never return.
As he finished speaking, he clutched his chest. His eyes widened in terror. He gasped for breath. Then he collapsed, dead. His warning echoing in the silent room, a chilling reminder of the danger they faced. They left the astrologer's house in stunned silence, shaken by his sudden death, his warning ringing in their ears. They realized Ravenwood was more than just a creepy old house. It was a place of true evil, a place they should never have disturbed. Later that day, Ethan confessed. He revealed the true reason for their visit to Ravenwood. He had heard a story, a legend about a hidden treasure, a cursed diamond, hidden within the manor walls.
He explained that Ravenwood's original owner, a wealthy and eccentric recluse, had become obsessed with the diamond. He believed it held mystical powers. He had it cursed to protect it from thieves. Then he disappeared, vanishing without a trace.
Ethan admitted he had stolen the diamond. He'd found it hidden in a secret compartment. He thought he could escape the curse. He was wrong. He realized now that the curse was real, and it was coming for them. He showed them the diamond. It glittered in the sunlight. A mesmerizing, malevolent beauty. They could feel the power emanating from it, a dark, sinister energy. They knew they had unleashed something terrible, something they couldn't control.
Strange things began to happen.
The lights flickered. The temperature fluctuated wildly. They heard whispers again, the same whispers from the manor, but now they were in their own home.
The television turned on by itself. It began replaying our conversations from the previous night, our words echoing eerily in the room.
Our laughter now sounded hollow and mocking. We felt a growing sense of dread, a feeling of being watched, of being trapped.
Then they realized Jack was missing. He hadn't been seen since they returned from the astrologer. They searched the house, calling his name, their voices laced with panic. They found him in his room, lying still on the bed. Dead. His eyes were wide open, staring blankly at the ceiling. a look of terror frozen on his face. They knew the curse had claimed its first victim, and they were next. They were trapped in a nightmare they couldn't escape.
Desperate, we turned to the supernatural. We retrieved a Ouija board, hoping to contact Jack, hoping to understand what was happening.
They sat around the board, their hands trembling, the room filled with a palpable tension. The planchette began to move, slowly at first, then faster, spelling out words. Words of warning, words of doom.
It told us we were all cursed, that none of us would survive, that Ravenwood would claim us all.
The planchette spelled out Jack's name, then it spelled out Ryan's name, then Chris's. Finally, it spelled out Ethan's name. The message was clear. They were all doomed, their fates sealed. There was no escape. They looked at each other in horror. The reality of their situation sinking in, they were trapped, bound to the curse of Ravenwood, their lives forfeit. They had unleashed a power they couldn't control, and now they were paying the price. Panic set in. Ethan couldn't accept his fate. He decided to run, to escape Ravenwood's grasp. He grabbed his car keys and bolted out the door, leaving his friends behind. He drove as fast as he could, away from the house, away from the town, away from the curse.
I drove for hours, until I was far away from Ravenwood, until I felt safe. I stopped the car. I breathed a sigh of relief. I thought I had escaped. I thought I had cheated death.
He was wrong. He looked in the rearview mirror. He saw his reflection, or what he thought was his reflection. His face was pale, his eyes empty, a ghostly apparition staring back at him.
I realized the truth. I wasn't alive. I was dead. I had died in the manor. Along with my friends, I was a ghost, trapped in eternity, bound to Ravenwood forever.
He had not escaped. He had merely transitioned from one form of imprisonment to another. He screamed, a silent scream, lost in the ether. He was trapped, forever a prisoner of Ravenwood Manor. His spectral form bound to the cursed diamond, his fate sealed, his soul lost. He saw his friends, their ghostly forms standing beside him, their eyes empty, their faces filled with despair. They were all trapped, together in their eternal prison, victims of their own curiosity, victims of the curse they had unleashed.
The whispers returned, louder than ever, mocking their plight, celebrating their demise. The whispers of Ravenwood, the whispers of the damned, the whispers of eternity.
Ravenwood Manor stood silent on the hill, its dark secrets kept safe within its walls. The curse unleashed, its victims claimed, a testament to the power of greed, a testament to the folly of man, a testament to the eternal darkness of Ravenwood.